Hey everybody, this is Stephanie Rebello, and we're going to discuss fighting student debt with Concordia University. Let's go ahead and get started. This is a little different method, so bear with me. First and most important is our mission. The mission of Concordia University is that Concordia is a Christian university preparing leaders for the transformation of society. Concordia University lists and defines the three core themes of that mission statement. Let's check them out. First, what do we stand for? Our first core theme is that we are Lutheran. What in the world does that mean? Lutheran to Concordia University means that Concordia engages diverse perspectives in an environment of open discourse and academic freedom while bringing a distinctive voice lens rooted in the Christian faith, Lutheran understanding and heritage, and liberal arts tradition. This is a theme that through the program level, there are building blocks and expectations that the student will experience. Second, academic rigor. Any student who attends Concordia University will know that this core theme is put into place. Concordia defines this theme as programs preparing students for meaningful vocations through intellectually challenging academic engagement, research, and global preparedness. Concordia University follows this up with a minor list designed outcomes for this theme at the program level, and some of those identified outcomes are these courses and the accessibility to the working student and the rigors of a terminal degree. Third and last is servant leadership. Servant leadership is not a new style of leadership, and as a Christian college, we realize that as Christ followers, we've been asked to complete this style of servant leadership all the way from the beginning of Christ since he walked on the earth. Servant leadership teaches us that it's people first, and it's the same principles in this that vie in this theme of the mission statement. Servant leadership is defined by Concordia University as an environment in which individuals are transformed, becoming servant leaders who are agents of positive change through ethical, humble, and rigorous leadership, and for their communities around the world. Now that we have the building blocks of the school, let's get into student debt and take a look at what students are thinking about their student debt and was it worth it?
I am in student debt. $33,000. I'm about $42,000 in debt right now. Well, $30,000. Almost $50,000. So I don't know how much the education part will make up for the big cost, but I feel better having left the U than I did when I. It's worth it. Probably not. I work at Texas. No. Kind of terrifying about paying a lot like that if I had to end up there. I'd say it's worth it, but I'm not doing economics and Chinese per se, but it did get me to where I'm at now. Being an alcoholic, on Facebook. But it was. It was like watching. And I have that. What's going on?
So there you can clearly see that there is a disconnect between some of the students, the amount of loans that they're taking out, and what's happening after they've compiled these loans. What is the significance of student debt? What does it mean for the college at the college level in Concordia University? Stinson has identified that colleges are becoming more proactive about student debt since watching the dramatic increase in loans. Stinson furthers that student borrowers in the United States are required to have counseling before they receive loans and again before they leave school. Master promissory notes. In addition, many colleges and universities now incorporate lessons about debt management into freshman seminars or workshops offered through the Financial Aid Office. This has to be the first steps to increase in student information and loan to debt management. Berman furthers and points out that student debt is at such a crisis that it's capturing the attention of presidential candidates. Being in the year of the presidential race, we know this full well. Presidential candidates are searching for ways to make college more affordable amid the environment of dwindling state funding. Debt in higher education is also itemized by enrollment. Kuzma and his team researched that in 2009, enrollment has risen by 5 million students over the last 20 years. Now imagine that number is 2017. If in the last 20 years, up to 2009, it went up by 5 million, imagine what it is today. The statistical average of money borrowed increased by 2009 by over 25%. To further that, Bevel and Dale found that students with significant student loans were apt to have twice as many credit cards and were most likely only paying the minimum monthly interest payment on each credit card. This goes to show that there is merit in debt management and the lack of knowledge thereof in students enrolling into college. How can the core theme, the core values of Concordia University translate to help with student debt? Williams and Jones and Virginia Tech define the two types of leadership, such as transformational leadership, as focusing more on the company's ability to innovate and develop a shared vision for change and a shared commitment to school change. Williams and Jones go on to define servant leadership as care is taken that other people's highest priority needs are served first. This would be students and student debt. This is the servant leadership that is the core value of Concordia University. How could this impact Concordia University? Studies have shown that long-term impact of student is already being felt. We know it. The crippling effects are taking their toll on graduate students all over the nation. Furthering that, students are becoming disenchanted with college, and that the degree will not actually help them once outside of school, only leaving them with a mountain of student debt. This is going to create a mind shift in the populace. As Farrington found, he predicts that the now graduate students struggling for work post-degree and drowning in student debt will discourage the next generation in continuing their education. So potentially, this is at crisis level for future enrollment in college. Surveying graduate students, when we're asked what would be your approach to student debt, the lowest average question was to offer credit courses during the student's degree program and possibly online courses. Interesting. But the highest rated was to require a freshman seminar college success class that instructs students on how to borrow. Gleaning from this recommendation survey, one would understand that the instruction on what to borrow is more important than what to do once already enrolled. Evaluation. We need to evaluate what the school is doing for student debt. How are we going to do that? We need to set up some boundaries. So the intended users of this evaluation results would be the decision makers of the program. Who are those people? The decision makers would be specifically the college board or regents, the heads of the departments. Who are these people? These are the people that are authorized to spend money and move assets around in the college. But don't be discouraged. We're also including leaders from the student body. These are our stakeholders and potentially community members of financial business members. These are the influencers. They may not have decision-making power, but they definitely will have a voice in the evaluative process. The identified group has been consistently working together in a collaborative manner throughout this entire evaluation process. This will take a team. This is going to be a tedious task and possibly need more than what was considered here. The collaborative efforts will need to be varied and all vying for the same financial success of the students. This will be an ongoing issue due to the depth and breadth of the financial situation our students are in. There is no real conclusion date, and the programs created through this evaluative process will need to develop and evolve as time goes on, or it will simply be another bureaucratic effort in enrolling into school.